You not New York if you don't dance when the call blasts. It's time to turn up the New York culture podcast. From music to culture to fashion lane. From the sports to the food to showtime on the train. And what's that? It's the New York culture podcast. And what's that? It's the New York culture podcast. And what's that? New York culture podcast. And what's that? It's the New York culture podcast.
Welcome back to NY Culture Podcast with your girl Andrea Maria and your boy Yala.
Yo, welcome back, y'all. Let's go Yankees.
What's up? What happened with the Yankees?
Yankees have made it to the ALCS. We beat Cleveland. We beat Cleveland in Game 5. We won back-to-back games, and now we're headed to Houston. We played today, actually. The day after we get the Game 5 W, we got to travel to Houston and play. We play in about like an hour or so.
Okay, at 7, right?
Yeah, I think 7:30.
I'm surprised it's not 8. It's Houston. 7:37.
There's a lot going on tonight. You got the ALCS. Right now, you got the Phillies and Padres playing. Then the bottom of the 5th inning, Phillies up 4-2. Phillies on fire. They're up right now 1-0 in the series. There's a lot going on. You got my Knicks tonight. My Knicks, we play the Grizzlies. NBA's back. Hockey's back. Football is here. Baseball playoffs is lit right now if you're a sports fan. It's like the best time of the year when all the sports is up and running at the same time.
Yeah, that's all your sports right there, all at one time.
So how we were able to attend Game 5 after we went the day it was actually scheduled to happen. Horrible. And they had us sitting in the stadium watching the freaking Rangers on the big screen.
And a soccer game.
And a soccer game on the big screen in the rain. Had us in it for like, 2 hours, 3 hours?
Yeah, it make no sense because we was checking the weather. We could see that it was going to continue to rain.
Stop until like 11.
They could have called that game from earlier in the game. Like, I felt, and then it's not like they accommodate you or anything at all. Come to the game tomorrow, and then you put it at a different time where people work.
A lot of people work. Like one of my coworkers was tight because he paid $200 for his ticket. NYC, and the police outside and stuff. But yeah, he paid $200 for his ticket, and it was like he couldn't even go today. He
couldn't go yesterday.
Oh yeah, he couldn't go yesterday. He couldn't find somebody to sell it to, and he said he's trying his best to get a refund. He was like, oh, I would love, at least to get a ticket to the ALCS, but I don't think that's happening like that.
Yeah, it's the way you don't really know how that be. It's like no refunds, but it was the way it was handled. It should have been handled differently.
It was messed up. Yeah,
because they literally had us at the stadium till like 10 o'clock at night to say, oh, it's a dub tomorrow, come back tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Like, let's say we really had to be at work at that time. Well,
yeah, we would have been screwed.
How about if they would have did 1 o'clock?
Yeah, at 1 o'clock I would have been so tight.
I still would have took the day off, but
they did 4. We was able to make it, even though the stupid Lyft driver took a wrong turn. And we got there, it was 2 outs in the first inning?
Yeah, still the first inning.
Yeah, so
no, he wasn't getting the second out.
She was getting the second out in the first inning when we got there.
My boy Nasty Nesta, Nasty Nesta made me look bad last week. I was going hard for him on the podcast, going hard, and he was disappointing on Friday.
He had a good outing.
He came back yesterday and gave us a great outing. It wasn't a regular Nasty Nestor day. Like, he didn't have his strikeouts weren't up there or not, but he did his job. He got the job done.
Yeah, a lot of contact.
And I feel like the run that was scored on him wasn't his fault, because that's when that ball.
It's from Oswaldo.
Oswaldo jumped on Hicks. That's what really happened.
And now Hicks is done for the rest of the postseason.
Horrible.
Thanks, Oswaldo.
Like I said, Hicks is better than Oswaldo in the outfield. I'm going to put it right there. Hicks is not hitting at all. Hasn't hit all year.
He's not an outfielder, though.
Who, Hicks?
No, not Hicks.
Oswaldo. That's what I'm saying.
They put him in the outfield. His first season rookie. It's his first season in the big leagues.
I understand that.
He was actually putting in pain in the outfield. How many outfield assists he had?
Yeah, the runs that was scored on us was what? Bloopers right to left field on what was it? That was that Saturday game?
Yeah, the same way Aaron Hicks was.
But Aaron Hicks had one. No, Aaron Hicks had one bad game. Let's be for real. One bad game.
Bad season.
No, he had a whole bad season offensively. Defensively, he had We know. I'm not defending Hicks. Offensively, we know he sucks.
Defending him and you just trying to.
No. Offensively, we know he sucked this whole year. He's been having a bad year, but he had that one game that he looked frustrated in the outfield. I ain't gonna lie, he shouldn't be playing like that, but it was one game, huh?
He looked frustrated.
Yes, he looked frustrated, banging on the wall, letting the ball pass by him. Yeah, but when it comes to a game that's important. Also, like you said, that's not his position. They should have had somebody else. Like, now y'all put in Stanton in left field. Why y'all didn't put a Stanton in left field from the get? Right? If you feel like he's better than him.
No, Swallow is more mobile. He's faster.
Yeah. And he's dropping balls. But, and then we have IKF making stuff at, what's going on?
Shortstop.
At shortstop.
So they put out the ALCS roster and no DJ. No DJ on the roster, but they did add Oswald Peraza. Mm-hmm. And I think IKF is still starting tonight at shortstop.
Yeah, he's still starting.
So,
and then they don't have Oswaldo playing today either.
Yeah, they got
like I want him in the lineup. I just didn't want him in left field. He can play he can play the infield. No, I want him in the lineup, just not left field. That's all. What it is. That's all. He can play at every position, right? They could put him everywhere else, but not left field. Just because the way we lost those games. But I know everybody makes mistakes. But now we don't even have Hicks.
No, Hicks is done for the postseason. We added Oswald Peraza to the ALCS roster. So the position players for the ALCS roster are Harrison Bader, who's been doing his thing. He got 3 home runs this postseason. Mm-hmm. That's why the Yankees traded for him. He's having a great defensive showing out there in center field. We got Oswaldo Cabrera. We got Matt Carpenter, Josh Donaldson, Kyle Higashioka, Aaron Judge, IKF, Tim LaCastro, Oswald Peraza, Anthony Rizzo, Giancarlo Stanton, Gleyber Torres, and Jose Trevino. Mm-hmm. That's all of our position
Chapman
players.
is still in Miami.
Yeah, Chapman's still in Miami.
They played him. Well, he played himself.
And then pitchers, you got Garrett Cole, Nestor Cortez, Domingo Germán, Clay Holmes, Jonathan Loaizaga, my boy Lasagna, Frankie Montas.
Yeah,
is on the ALCS
roster. Instead of Chapman.
Frankie Montas. I'm assuming he'll be coming out the bullpen. Wandy Peralta.
Yeah, he
coming in clutch. I think he was the first pitcher ever to appear in all 5 games of the ALDS.
Oh, for real?
I saw that stat earlier. Yeah, we got Clark Schmidt, Luis Severino, tonight's starter Jameson Taillon, Lou Trevino at the bullpen, and Greg Wissert. So that's our full roster for the ALCS 26-man roster.
Poor Chapman.
And we go up against Houston tonight, game 1 against Justin Verlander, who's coming off of probably one of definitely his worst start of the season.
I hope it continues.
Yeah, I hope we could get to him early because
that's all it ought be. Whoever scores first got the advantage. You already know. I don't know about our picture.
Yeah, Taillon.
I don't know. I felt like they should have just did. Yeah, what I told you. Everybody on 3-day rest. What you preserving them for? Is the end of the season? It's postseason.
Yeah, the bullpen we didn't really have to use the bullpen too much game 5 though. So it's like some of those guys are rested just in case Taillon.
But it's like I don't even trust the bullpen anymore. We have Holmes. Louisiaga. What you say him? Lasagna,
my boy.
And Peralta. That's all.
Yeah, Peralta's doing his thing.
That's all. Then the thing is like, I'll have him better than who gave up the runs that night? What's his name again? They gave up the run on Saturday. In the 9th inning. Because they said Holmes wasn't available.
I didn't even remember.
Well, I'd rather have Chapman than him.
Didn't they put Peralta to work a 3rd inning? Right? He didn't do that all season, something like that. Yeah, Saturday when they beat us 6-5, they walked off on us.
On who? Does it say?
Clark Schmidt. Because it was
maybe for him.
In the order, it was Severino, Trevino, Loaizaga, Peralta, Clark Schmidt.
Yeah, him.
So Clark Schmidt gave up 3 hits, 1 run. And
I'd rather have Chapman instead of him. Chapman in 7th. Chapman in 9th or 8th. He can't handle the pressure anymore. 7th, maybe.
Oh, they just scored San Diego. It's 4-3. Philly's up 4-3. This should be a hell of a series. I'm looking forward to the rest of it.
So
hopefully it goes 7.
You want to go 7?
Hopefully they go 7.
Let's still go 7.
Or they just got another hit. Back-to-back hits. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Who got that Jerickson profile?
So the Yankees are playing Houston. This is like their 4th playoff meeting in 10 years. 2015, 2017, 2019. Yeah, I think it's time for redemption. Everybody keeps like counting us out, but they've been counting us out all season. Let's be for real.
There's a bunch of fake Yankee fans like, oh, we're gonna lose in 4 games, or oh, we don't got no chance. Like, yo, bro, you can't call yourself a Yankee fan if y'all had doubt in the squad, bro. Like, we came this far. Who's to say we can't beat them in advance? They bleed just how we bleed.
Exactly. My favorite line, the game is not playing on paper. Anything could happen. And the Yankees hit Verlander. I say this all the time. Well, let me not say stuff, because last time I said Nestor was going to be A1, and Nestor was not A1, embarrassing me, having me looking crazy.
Right now you got the Padres down 1. Juan Soto coming up with runners on the corners, 1 out. This is pretty cool though, because the pitcher, freaking Aaron Nola. Aaron Nola's pitching against Austin Nola, his brother. His brother plays for the Padres.
Oh, yeah, that's what I heard earlier.
So, I think his brother actually just got a hit off him.
No, is that both of your kids in the playoffs?
Where that's fine. Yeah, his brother just got a hit.
Like, who do you go for?
His brother just got a hit and an RBI off him. So, it's like, bragging rights.
Yeah, my thing is like, who do you go for? As a parent, as a sibling, as it all.
Yeah, I mean,
you just have to be neutral.
Yeah, you just gotta hope
whoever wins.
One of them is gonna hopefully win the World Series. So,
no, make it. Make it to the World Series.
I'm saying, in a parent's eyes, if you have 2 children that are a series away from the World Series, you're gonna hope for one of them to go all the way and win it.
But it's hard, because what was it? Last time Yankees played Houston. No, not the last time. It was 2017 they won, right? That's when they won the World Series. 2017. Yeah, I didn't get to enjoy it that much. But this time I get to really enjoy the series. And it's not like the Yankees don't make them work. We went into 7 games for in 2017, and then I think
when DJ hit that home run, that clutch home run.
And then in 2019 we went, I think, 6 games. I know in 2017 it was definitely 7 games. I was at all the home games, but yeah. So it's not like, they be sweeping us or anything like that. We make them work. And back then, they had a squad.
Word.
We have Altuve. Altuve ain't doing the same thing he's been doing. No. But we have your dog.
They took the lead. Juan Soto, clutch. The runners on 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. Damn, Juan Soto, that was clutch. They need that. Both of these teams are on fire at the right time in the postseason. That's what you need. I feel like we having the Yankees, that was a breakout. That was just a glimpse of what we could really do. Like, if we could really come out hot and our bats on fire, the pitching could do their thing.
We're not hitting.
Yeah, we just gotta hit, not go up there and try to hit home runs all the time. Just go out there and just.
That's all they try to do. They're swinging. They're not being patient. Even Judge not being patient at all. Meanwhile, they try to pitch around you and you're not being patient. But then I feel like
he struck out twice.
Yeah, but then I feel like they really built in on him with the strike zone.
Yeah, horrible.
That's a big guy to have the same box as somebody as Altuve, if that makes sense.
So when we was there, freaking Stanton hit that home run in the 1st inning.
How was your experience of being in a game where the Yankees clinched to go to the next round?
Yeah, that was dope. That was really dope. Yeah, I was just excited, happy. I was kind of emotional. This is my first 2 playoff games. They won both games. Game 1, Game 5. A lot of Yankee haters.
It's a funny thing. People could talk about your record in the season, but your record in the postseason is actually you're 2-0.
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
But they started. They was winning a little bit. Like, My cousin made a comment yesterday like, "Oh, yo, how it feels that they won?" Like, bro, they won game 1 when I went. They just won game 5. The game before that I went to, when they put up 8 runs in 1 inning to get judged at bat again, when I went with my coworkers, and then they walked them and the stadium was blowing. So I think like the last 3-4 games I went to, they won. So yeah, man, I'm rocking with my team over anybody, man. I don't care who it is. I don't care who they got on the team. I really don't care.
I just feel like you can't sit here and be like, oh, I'm scared of Houston. We're not gonna lie, Houston has a great team or whatever, but we also have a good team too. Look at where we were at. We would never been here. We wasn't good.
Nah, they went from cheating, right, to admitting they cheated, and then freaking, got disciplined or whatever, and then still put together a good squad, and they still had a hell of a season. Verlander had a hell of a season.
Because no matter what, like, I'm not trying to defend them. All right, it's cool, the pitch that's coming, but you still have to have the skills to hit the freaking ball.
Yeah, it's nice. You're already a professional, so if you know what's coming.
But yeah, let's see how it goes. I don't know. Today's pitcher is the only one I'm like, I don't know. We just have to score. So all we have to do is score, play small ball, and that's it. And I don't think they should. Jordan Alvarez, hopefully he's cold right now and not as hot as he was before. And that's that. We'll have great chances.
So I think they're doing a mound visit for Nola. I think they're taking him out. They're going to the bullpen. Tie game 4-4. Game 2 here, and was the NLCS. When it advances to the World Series to play. Either Philly or the Padres will end up playing the Yanks or the Astros. So
let's see. So the thing is, the Yankees, they don't even have a day off. They went straight to Houston. They play today. They play tomorrow. They have a day off Friday, and then they play
back to
back again. And like, let's say they have to go back to Houston, they still play the next day after. Like, after they just play the game. They have no break. The only thing is, like, I feel like they have momentum because they was still in. They was definitely playing yesterday. Houston been chilling. They've been on ice, so it's like, sometimes it can benefit you. Sometimes
it would have been crazy if they would have had to play that 18-inning game. If they would have lost and then they would have had to play again. That would have been crazy.
Yeah.
Jeremy Pena, the shortstop. How about that, Jeremy Pena? You got a rookie shortstop that pretty much had the same season that Correa had with the Twins. Same numbers, probably a little better. For dirt cheap, you don't got to pay him as much as Correa wanted. So
he got the same.
That was big for them too. They had that shortstop, Jeremy Pena, doing his thing. And look, in the postseason, his first postseason, he hits a go-ahead home run in the 18th, 17th, 18th inning. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good matchup. We got a lot going on. Like we said, basketball is back. Today's like the first full day with like a bunch of games, like a full slate going on. All the games start at 7. It's a lot of games to just go through, but we could touch on last night's games, the first 2 games of the season. We had the Philadelphia 76ers versus the Celtics and the Lakers versus the Warriors. So Philly and Boston was a good game. They were in Boston. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown combined for 70 points. Balled out. James Harden had 35 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Had 8 assists, but they went and they freaking changed it. It messed up my whole parlay. My parlay would have cashed, but they went and said that when he went to pass the ball to PJ Tucker, it was deflected by the defender, so it doesn't count as a pass. And PJ Tucker made a floater. So I'm like, bro, that was so whack. So yeah, I took an L on that, which I shouldn't have.
How many parties you had in the last couple of days?
And they all probably lost by like 1 leg. So
sucks. Even the Yankees, when they voided it.
Yeah. When the game didn't happen, they voided it. Then that night, I had the Chargers to win by 4. They won by 3. In overtime, they kicked the field goal. Freaking Justin Herbert didn't throw not one touchdown pass. He had like 57, almost 60 times he threw the ball and didn't throw not one touchdown pass.
That's crazy.
Against the freaking Broncos. But yeah, basketball is back. Philly lost to Boston. Boston's 1-0. Philly's on 1. It was a pretty good game. Boston won by 9. And then the Golden State Warriors had their championship ceremony where everybody got awarded their rings, and in their home arena.
I forgot they won.
Yeah, they got their championship rings. They faced LeBron and the Lakers, and so everybody got their rings. They had a nice ceremony. The freaking rings get like more icier and more like
every year.
Probably like every year. Like it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how much one of those go for. Like probably a lot.
Millions and millions.
But yeah, so that was that. They ended up beating them by 14. Ended up beating them by 14. LeBron put up 31 points, 14 rebounds, 8 assists on an off night too. He went 3 of 10 from 3, 12 of 25 from the field, and he still was able to put up 31, 14, and 8. So that's pretty impressive. You know, he's in year 20 of his career. He's not getting any younger, but he's still putting in that work. Russell Westbrook had a double-double, 19 points, 11 rebounds. Anthony Davis is back. Hopefully he can stay healthy. 27 points, 6 rebounds. Even he had an off night. He went 10 of 22 from the field. So that was it for those first 2 games. One of the guys that was with the Warriors last year plays with the Lakers this year. Juan Toscano Anderson. So he was able to get his ring, even though he's with the Lakers this season. That was dope.
So he played against them that day?
He played against them yesterday.
That happened when the Yankees won in 2009. Their first game was with the Angels, and Masui got his ring.
Mm-hmm.
And then they played a trick on him. Derek Jeter gave him a fake ring.
Yeah, so that was day 1 of NBA action. We got a full slate of NBA action today. We got 12 games today. My Knicks played John Morant and the Grizzlies. Should be a fun game. Starts at 7:30. ESPN's got us as 34.5% chance of winning. But let's go, man. I'm looking forward to a good season. Let's go. We made a few pickups. We got Jalen Brunson. That's the most notable pickup. Hopefully we could just gel well. We could stay healthy and just go out there and win some games, man. I'm trying to, get in the playoffs so we could go to some Knicks playoff games. But,
oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's where we going?
Playoffs at MSG will be lit. That's another thing I want to experience.
But make sure your team makes it to playoffs.
I witnessed the playoffs in Yankee Stadium, so to go to a playoff game at MSG will be fire.
How about the Giants? They're what? They're 5-1?
Are we 5-1 right now? Yeah.
So
we 5.
You have a better chance with the Giants.
All right.
They 5-1.
Yeah.
When does like the playoffs start for that
for football?
Football.
I
know the Super
January
Bowl is
12th.
like because the
football playoffs start January 12th.
Oh, okay.
So we still got a lot of weeks. It's 18.
That's very cold.
It's 18 regular season weeks. I think they just made it 18. I think every team plays each other now, and then it's the wild card, then the division round, then the conference championship, and then between the conference championship and the Super Bowl, they put the Pro Bowl in between that, like the All-Star game kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So conference championship, see who makes the Super Bowl, then the Pro Bowl, then the Super Bowl, like second week of February.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we 5-1, baby, looking good. I want to jinx it, but I think we came back from double-digit deficits in the second half of 3 games. Like we was down 20-10 to the Ravens in the fourth quarter. We was down 17-3 to Green Bay, and we was down 13-0 to the Titans, and we came back and won all 3 games. So it's looking good.
Who y'all played this week?
Who do we play this week? Let me check. I was just looking at it too earlier today.
He has to be very small. That pouch is like mad big across his chest. The guy that's on third.
We play the Jaguars.
Jaguars.
Jacksonville Jags.
You think they can win?
Yeah, we should win. I mean, they got Philly. They got Jacksonville favored to win, but let's see. We haven't been favored to win a lot of these games anyway, and we still won. So,
they doubt the New Yorkers. Oh, you know what we didn't touch base on? When we left the stadium, how the streets was looking.
It was lit. It was a movie. It was a movie. You seen the video I reposted that somebody was standing on the street light all the way at the top, and
I had sent it.
Yeah, the view was crazy.
It was bananas out there. The only thing, see him. Look at how the Padres.
Jerickson profile.
The only
Bases
thing
loaded, 3-2 count, 2 outs.
I wasn't feeling yesterday with the fans is when they was throwing stuff on the field. That's so classless. Like, and that was from the bleachers. My thing is like, I don't know, maybe it's this generation because I never seen the bleachers doing something stupid like that in playoff games when they're winning, when they're clinching. Telling you, this new generation is different.
It was fraud. You got security and the police backing up because everybody's throwing beers and stuff like that. Like, bro, we could celebrate. You ain't got to throw stuff on the field like that.
I would have thought they lost.
Yeah, right.
It didn't make no sense at all. Like, so classless, and that's not like what the Yankees stand for. The Yankees stand for having class, for having all these rules and all these regulations. Y'all here looking like a fool to give people more to talk. Cause remember,
San Diego just took the lead.
Remember that time that player said that the Yankee fans were classless? Look, they just gave them another reason for people to talk.
Wasn't that against Cleveland too, or no?
Was it?
Or no?
Maybe.
Yeah.
That was?
April 23rd, 2022. They were throwing garbage at Miles Straw.
Oh, yeah. Remember they were booing him the whole time. But wasn't he from Houston? No, that's right. But the thing is with that, like I said, the fans are classes for doing some stupid stuff like that. The fact is that he went and got into the person's face. What do you expect? You get what I'm trying to say? So it's like, but now you give them more reason to be like, yo, they are classes because look, we not even beefing with them and they still out here throwing stuff on the field looking stupid. That's what it looked like, stupid.
Yeah, I was so confused. Like, what the hell is going on?
Dumb. Like, I swear. It's like you give people to talk. Oh, but we haven't hit your boy Naylor that he was with his whole
he thought that was cute. He wanted to rock the cradle when he hit a home run on Garrett Cole, and Garrett Cole said that's cute.
He forgot he was coming to New York. That's what happened.
Yeah, he came to the jungle and everybody was screaming, "Who's your daddy?"
Every time I would just get flashbacks of when I was supposed to say Big Papi, when Pedro Martinez did that, and every time he'll come to pitch, they'll do that.
He looked like he didn't even want to be in the box though. Like he was just hurry up.
My thing is, you doing that like if you're Pedro Martinez, you got me.
Like if he's one of the top dudes in the game today, or Judge. Oh wow, that's a fair ball. Josh Bell with another RBI. He got a home run earlier today. Now I think he just got 2 more RBIs. San Diego takes the lead 7-4. Wow.
But yeah, he forgot he was coming to New York. I think that's what it was. Yeah. But yeah, I remember in 2009 when they put Pedro to pitch in the middle of the game. And they started the "Who's your daddy" thing. He got himself nervous he had people on got I think the bases loaded, and they had to take him out. We have our fans. We could be classless sometimes, but we can make you nervous too. Mm-hmm. And Naylor was looking. I don't even think he touched the ball yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
He did. Oh, okay.
He's just made outs. Though.
Outs, yeah. It's crazy.
Yep, he's a bum.
But yeah, that's why when his last out, Rizzo waiting for him to get closer. Then he tagged the base and looked at him. And then, what's his name?
Gleyber, that Rizzo looked like he said something to him, and then Gleyber got the last out at second base and started rocking. And then he said after the game, like he felt like it was disrespectful. Yeah. Now they could sit there and watch from the couch.
Yeah, I saw that. He was dumb for doing Gleyber. That.
He did it mad hard too. Like, yeah, we just won the series. Or nah, Pop. Like, what a bum.
And that was what game
4 though.
Yeah, it was game 4.
They gave that game that we won.
Yeah, game 4.
Yeah, all that y'all lost that night and lost the following.
Lost the following 2 nights.
The following 2 nights after.
Mad dumb.
Yeah, we found out the game was postponed while we was in the museum.
That's where you was looking at the Yankee rings. You see how they change over the years?
Talk about that dude Ye.
Oh yeah, his name is.
His
Kanye.
name is not Kanye. He said his
Ye.
name is Ye.
Is it? Because that's a slave name. That's a slave name, but all you did was shorten it. I'm confused.
We touched on it last week. Like his name was in the media and stuff like that. He made some comments about like he's gonna go DEFCON 3 on all Jewish people.
Do you know what DEFCON means though? DEFCON 3 means you're going on your highest like defense. Like doesn't even make sense.
Yes, I'm like,
doesn't make sense.
But once he made that comment, they canceled like 4 stadium shows.
Yeah, of course.
And he's mad. Like, bro, what did you think was gonna happen if he said something like that, bro? Yeah. Especially with the way the world is today.
He's just he be bugging. And
I feel like back in the day, you could say some slick shit and get away with it, but now it's like you're gonna be held accountable for things that you say. Like,
But that's Kanye. All he does is talk, and people encourage it. But now that it's getting too real, now it's a problem. That's what it is.
It's like, the shop then air the episode.
Yeah, and then Nori went and did it.
Nori had him on Drink Champs.
What I didn't understand about the whole Nori thing is like, I know if this was Nori from CNN, like Capone and Nori from back in the day, and he needed a break and he went and did this interview, I understand. But you're already an established person. People even know probably Noriega from back in the day. They know him as Drink Champs or from Grammy. They don't know him from when he was literally nothing. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's like, you already in this high platform. You already have this platform already. Everybody listens to your podcast. One of the best podcasts in the game right now. For what? What you needed that for? You don't need clout. He don't need clout at all. So it's like, why did you even do it? And then it's like, oh, he tried to take the homie approach because he been on the show. You know, this guy's talking some craziness. What you really thought was gonna happen? And then you try to say, oh, I should have stood sober. Even if you try to stay sober, because you try to switch his freaking responses to make him sound good, and he still wasn't falling for it. So it's like, even if you were sober or not, he would have made a fool of himself.
Kanye was still gonna go and say whatever he was gonna say.
One.
But yeah, it was like, you really didn't need the interview. It's not like you needed the clout. No. You're already one of the top shows out there. And you have 2 prior episodes of him that runs like 2 hours each. So you got like 4 hours worth of interview with him already. So it was like, he thought he was being a journalist and letting him speak his mind and freedom of speech.
He ain't no journalist though. Nori ain't no journalist.
And freedom of speech and all this stuff. And yeah, but there was like instances where he would try to rebut what he was saying, but it was
try to but the thing is, it's like, it's Kanye. It's not a regular this is Kanye. This is what he talks just for controversy.
Man. Like, yeah, he was like, what he said, he was like, yeah, because there's a lot of stuff going on in Chicago. There's a lot of people getting killed and this and this. So they was like, oh, why don't you post about it? And he didn't really give a response.
It's true.
And then they said, I forgot how Barack came up.
Because he's from
Chicago.
Chicago.
Then they was like, oh, he's from Chicago, And then Kanye, is like, oh, he's from Hawaii. He's from Hawaii.
It's probably stuff that I say, because I always say, oh, I like Obama as a president, but him being from Chicago, he should have did more for Chicago.
Yeah, so maybe that's what the comment was about. That's what the comment was about, probably, that he probably feels like he didn't really do much for Chicago, so that's probably why that was his response.
But then he said that, what he said about Trevor Noah, that he's not black?
That he's not black. He
one of the boys from Africa. Literally Africa. So he's not black. God, don't make sense. He also was talking again about the Black Lives Matter thing. All right, you could talk about the organization, but the statement still stands. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, okay, the organization, but the Black Lives Matter statement still stands. So no matter what you think about the organization, it's about Black Lives Mattering. But yeah, I don't know. Then also he spoke about George Floyd.
Yeah, he said white lives do matter because my baby mama's white and I don't give a about none of that. Her life matters. This, and this, and
the thing is it's not about other people's lives matters. It's the people that's going through it right now. If that makes sense. That's like saying let me use the logic. I remember this logic. Like, let's say there's a house on fire, right? but then somebody's stuck in the elevator. Where are you gonna go first for? You're gonna go to the house because those lives matter right now more than the person that's stuck in the elevator. I don't know. I'll try to use some type of logic to make it make sense. I might have to exit
cool.
out. Yeah.
That shit had me thinking like, but not yeah. So yeah, he said that about the White Lives Matter and his baby mama's white and this and that his dad is a former Black Panther and all this other stuff and
he making his father and mother look crazy right now. He's crazy. No, and then he said
his dad laughed about the shirt or something like that.
Yeah, 'cause he's getting paid. He's been living a rich life. And now you have my funny thing is now you talk about your father. You never spoke about your father. You said your only family member passed away. Now you talking about your father. Where his father at? I would like to know where. Now he want to bring his father into a conversation. Por favor. But basically he said George Floyd didn't die because the knee was on his neck. That the knee was not even on his neck.
Nah,
that he had an overdose. Then he said he got this information from Candace Owens' documentary, right? Meanwhile, Candace Owens made it like her business to like destroy George Floyd's reputation. And, Kanye, I think he should be smart because shouldn't you go to a credible source than listening to this chick that's just about,
like that,
yes, all she's doing is being a bonchinchera or doing stuff for propaganda and all of that crap. So
what's a bonchinchera for the people that don't know out there?
A gossiper. I think they should know. But yeah, and it's more than that. It's like the knee is more than George Floyd. Yes, Black Lives Matter did get big after George Floyd, but it's about everyone else, like Breonna Taylor, all these other people that been going through it. Like, if you see it in a bigger picture, it's like America has had their knee on Black people since America even started. Oh, that's a good one. But yeah, what else Kanye did?
Well, I know the George Floyd's family is trying to sue him now.
Yeah, and that's the reason why Nori said he regretted it and took it down, because at the end of the day, they was gonna sue him too, and they're gonna say you had that on your platform and you allow it to happen. Nori ain't stupid, because any money that after it aired, all his people that have common sense was like, yo, you really let that rock, and then that's why he took it down, because you didn't regret it. It was out for how many hours? You should have regretted it after you watched it. You're gonna regret it. You regretted it after it aired. Make no sense.
But that's the thing, though. He said that he didn't watch.
Like, por favor.
He said that he doesn't watch his stuff because he feels like he's that good. He said it jokingly when he was on with Rosenberg and was it Laura?
Laura Stiles.
Laura Stiles, yeah.
Like,
so he was asking him a lot of questions. He was taking accountability for it, but it's like,
he did.
It's too late now. Like, I get, I respect you taking accountability for it. It's your show. You could have easily just blamed it on him.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Yeah, he blamed it on himself. But to be honest, I feel like that's why he took it down, because he was about to get sued too.
It was up 24 hours, maybe a little less. But it's like you took it.
It was still up while he said he regretted it.
But you took it down, bro, and people re-uploaded it. Like,
yeah, it's
not
out.
Going anywhere.
You already know once you put something in that world.
That's why the shop was smart and didn't release it at all, so they didn't have to deal with that.
Somebody's gonna release that. Somebody. Eventually, some dummy. They gonna sell it. Somebody. But yeah, I don't know. Then he was talking about when he talked about Pete Davidson, that all people
Davis.
That everybody laughed at him when Pete texted him like, "Oh, I'm in the bed with your wife" or whatever. But now, because he has a White Lives Matter shirt, they mad at him. Like, that doesn't even make sense. He called him a
heroin addict and all that. He said when they had the heroin addict around my kids, that was tattooing my kids on him. And when they kidnapped my daughter...
They only kidnapped his daughter. The Kardashians kidnapped his daughter. Not the other 3 kids, his daughter. That doesn't make sense. Meanwhile, it was just a birthday party that they didn't invite him to. And when parents are divorced, how many kids we work with, and they be like, oh yeah, I had this party with my mom, but next week I'm going to have a party with my father's side of the family. It's normal. You don't have to be invited to the party. But you already know he has problems. Then he was coming, for the Jews again, talking about, what was it, Trump's son-in-law? I think his last name is like Kushner. Garrett.
I heard.
Kushner.
I didn't get the like full thing.
That's Ivanka's Trump's husband or whatever. But they used to be cool. But supposedly they was the thing behind that story that I heard like 2 weeks ago was that he was gonna start doing business with Kim, and that's why Kanye stopped messing with him. So anyhow.
Yeah, man. So Nori's out here taking accountability, but I feel like it's a little late. You should have. What should have happened is you should have went, right. You did the show, right. You could have sat. I'm pretty sure you got a production team or something. You should have sat there with your team after you recorded that and went from beginning to end, and then really thought about it. Like, is this something that we should release? Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he just think because Kanye's the homie, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just put it out anyway. But then probably he probably didn't want to face backlash of him not posting it, and then Ye coming at him, and then,
watch Ye gonna come at him now.
Yeah, I think he's still probably coming at him.
He's gonna come at him no matter what. I don't know, but Kanye's bugging. He's really attacking the Jewish people, like on some crazy stuff, and then. He says, like, you saw how he was talking, like, how he's jealous of the Jews and all of this stuff.
He said something about, like, there wasn't no divorce or something like that until Jewish lawyers came around.
Yeah. And then he was like, even, like, the whole aborting thing. And I was hearing that 80% of Jews support abortion. So it's like, where are you getting that from? It's just mad stuff he was talking. And then
he was on the news. I don't know what news station it was, but he was on a thing with Cuomo's brother, Chris Cuomo.
Yeah, my boy Chris. I love the Cuomo brothers. So
she was like la 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 la.
Chris Cuomo came for him though, because he was like, when he was like, oh, do you work out in the morning? He was like, no, I take my antidepressants in the morning. He did. I love the Cuomo brothers.
I take my antidepressant medicine every morning. So he was asking him, like, are you, taking the necessary steps to make sure that, your mental health is there and that you're not behaving. Kanye flipped it like, oh, you trying to ask if I'm behaving and this and I guess.
I love the Cuomo
but
brothers.
everybody's gonna keep giving him platforms. He's gonna go somewhere. It's like, what you gonna cancel him? You gonna cancel him? Still gonna find some. So he's talking about running for freaking.
Yo, he's crazy when Trump just came out saying that the guy is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's your boy that was repping with you. It just came out and said you're crazy. That's how you know this.
Bryce Harper got another hit.
And I just feel like he plays that his mental health thing is a game, because he does these rants, he goes crazy, and then he steps back and be like, oh, he's having mental issues. No, you know what you're doing. You're playing it. You using it for your advantage. Where all the money in the world you have, all the resources you have, come on, por favor. But yeah, once again, I feel like with the whole Jews thing, he's going a little bit too hard. Just like when he was saying how the Jews own like all the important businesses in the world and all of this stuff, and it's like, if you know about, I don't know, like, if you know about the Holocaust and all that, like, that's kind of like what started the Holocaust. That's why Hitler went and put these Jews in trains and send them away,
concentration camps and all that.
Yeah, like, come on. And then you talking about this, like, the Holocaust happened in 1940 something. There's people's grandparents that was part of the Holocaust. There's people's parents that was probably born in one of those camps. Matter of fact, Rosenberg's mother was born in one of those camps. So it's like, you're sitting here talking crazy. Like, I'm not saying it didn't just happen, but it happened where people are still living, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's enough for that.
Not like, not like if it was like World War I, if that makes sense. But anyhow,
let's stop giving Kanye.
Oh yeah, we gave him a lot of talk, I guess.
Oh, before we do get off of the topic, he said that, oh, when we look at stadium shows and we do all this, who you think we look at?
He said Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
And he also said Drake was the greatest rapper ever, but that's a side note. Yeah, so what else we got? We saw Halloween.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's freaking dumping on that movie.
I actually liked it.
dumping on that movie.
I liked it because it took a different turn. It wasn't the same crap you used to see in every freaking Halloween. It was different. It was something different. It was more modern. The only thing I didn't like, I tell you, it was one thing I didn't like. I don't know if I could say it. We want to ruin it. People probably saw it already. It was on Peacock and it was everywhere. So can I say it?
I mean, you can keep it simple. Like when he looked into
the guy's eyes, like how can you give somebody your powers? That's it.
Spoiler alert. I know he was gonna say the powers part.
But yeah, when he looked into the person's eyes, it's like I don't know where that came from. If you watched it, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but
that's it.
I feel like it's more like it wasn't like as like, you know what I'm saying, we go to see a Halloween movie, we want to see some brutal stuff. Like,
yeah, it was more calm down.
Michael killing mad people. He's going on a rampage. Now he's viejito. You know, he's collecting SSI and it's free me. You haven't seen him in like 4 years it was.
Yeah.
And his sister too.
She's old too.
Ta vieja. Freaking. But yeah.
Oh, he remembered Kanye was beefing with her too.
Oh yeah. Because she said that she hopes they take his kids away from him. But she got her own family to worry about. Michael Myers.
Well, Michael Myers made sure to take her kid away.
Yeah, word. He definitely did take her kid away. Dirty.
I'm done.
But speaking of Jamie Lee Curtis, she was on was it Jimmy Fallon? Was it Jimmy Fallon?
I don't know. Oh, Jimmy Fallon and J-Lo came out with a book for kids. It's called Something for You. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah, so Jamie Lee Curtis was on Jimmy Kimmel, and they was talking about, you know, the history of Halloween and all that stuff, and, you know, promoting the movie. Like when movies drop, they go on all those how you call it, like talk shows and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So he like printed out something that was like a contract that says like she wouldn't never appear in a Halloween movie again, and she signed it.
Oh, for real? So it's a dub for real.
I mean, she can still produce and stuff like that. I mean, who better to get to work on it? That's what I'm saying though. Like, you know, they're gonna reboot it. Like,
they're gonna reboot it. You already know how they're gonna reboot it. How
many times they rebooted this freaking?
Yeah, it was time that's why what happens. Why they lose? There's nothing else to do. So that's why this movie ended up being like that.
The first two were good though. I liked them.
The one from last year.
The first two.
And that's another thing. I just dropped one last year. Like, come on. But last year he was in that old. Last year he was in that old.
It's only a 4 year difference. It's a 4 year difference from the last movie.
Well, a lot could happen in 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah, the pandemic put a lot of years on people. So
Michael probably had COVID.
Yeah.
That explains a lot.
That explains a lot.
That explains a lot. But not yet. We'll probably give y'all like another week. The following week we'll speak on it.
This week
more
is
in
the
detail.
Rock movie that I've been talking about.
Black
I
Adam.
still know the name of.
Black Adam.
Yeah, it comes out tomorrow.
And then, you know, freaking social media sucks. They're already talking about a cameo, and I was like, bro.
He did a premiere at Times Square. He was in Times Square the other night.
Okay.
Yeah, I could have been there to see him.
Yeah, but speaking of premieres, Michael B. Jordan, he premiered the trailer to Creed 3, which is actually his directorial debut. Is that a word? Directorial?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He directed it.
And it's his first movie he's ever directed, okay? Creed 3. It's him and the other opposing actor, like the other main character is Jonathan Majors, who's also gonna be in the Avengers movies. He's gonna be in the new Ant-Man movie. He's playing a villain named Kang. I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah. So we were introduced to his character in Low-Key, the show on Disney. We were introduced to his character,
that's the shows you've
but
been
now
watching,
but now he's on everything now.
I'm thinking it's starting at 7. It starts at 7:30.
He's on everything now. He's in that Creed movie. He's gonna be in the Avengers movie. He's gonna be in the Ant-Man movie. He's a good actor. I like him.
Boy's getting money.
Jonathan Majors. Yeah, but back to they released the trailer, is pretty dope. I'm assuming Rocky's passed away by this time, because remember he had cancer in the last one, and then like he's not in the trailer of this movie, or maybe we see him or maybe we find out what actually happened. But yeah, he directed the movie. The movie looks dope. Dude is pretty much like somebody from his childhood, came back, was locked up for 18 years, came out, and then now I guess they were both coming up. They were boxers. The I think his name is Damien. He claims that he was a better boxer than him, so he'd been locked up all this time watching Adonis live his life. Then this is just strictly from the trailer. Like he comes, reaches out to him, you know, he gets him in the gym, and then so on and so forth, and it goes from there. So looking forward to it. Looks fire.
Yeah, so that it comes out when?
It comes out, if I'm not.
Okay, it comes out when?
It comes out in March.
Okay.
March 3rd. And then, you know, Black Panther comes out
November 11th.
November 11th. Wakanda Forever.
That means we're gonna watch it November.
It's gonna be almost 3 hours.
What's up with these 3-hour movies?
2 hours and 41 minutes, it says.
What's up with these 3-hour movies?
So I've read that that's like one of the few movies that's gonna like jump a few years ahead in the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Is gonna jump a few years ahead because the actor Chadwick Boseman that played Black Panther passed away. So I guess they're gonna find a way to actually write him off and then continue the story of Wakanda.
And then it's like we're predicting that his sister's taking over.
Yeah, according to comic accurate, she does take over. So I'm assuming that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I feel like it probably happened sooner because of him passing. Yeah, that makes sense.
They probably already had like something in the works, and then he passed away, and then they probably delayed it a little bit and took their time.
Yeah, because no one knew he was sick.
Yeah, that was a shock to a lot of people. He worked a lot of movies battling that sickness.
I remember someone was talking about how he got skinny. It was like making jokes.
Somebody made a joke, yeah.
That's how you never know what someone's going through. And people always have to comment on stuff. If you're too skinny, it's a problem. If you're too big, it's a problem.
Yeah, Thursday, November 10th, you can start seeing the...
That's it. What else is coming up? I don't know. Oh, I want to see that
Smile.
Santa. No, that's Santa. Oh, Smile? We need Smile.
We need a Smile. Yes, we do need a Smile. But we got to see the movie Smile, too.
Yeah.
And...
that Santa movie, I want to see.
What was the name of it, though?
I don't know. With John Leguizamo.
John Leguizamo and...
that's my number one fan, by the way.
John Leguizamo, and was it David Harbour from Stranger Things that he plays Hopper?
Is it like Bad? No, it's not Bad Santa.
No, I was gonna say Bad Santa. It's Violent Night.
Violent Night. Okay. Yeah, I want to see that.
Like Santa Claus fighting bad guys and stuff like that. And should be interesting.
It's gonna be cool. But the Yankees are about to start in like 15 minutes.
20 minutes.
Hopefully they do their thing. They play small ball. They score first.
Yeah, you just got to jump on Verlander early.
Yeah, and Verlander, he just came off of Tommy John surgery also this year. He got the surgery last year, but maybe that work on our advantage.
Let's go Yankees. Let's go Knicks. You already know the vibes.
And I guess that's that.
There we go. Yankees. You got Knicks. The Rangers don't play tonight. But...
So it's a wrap?
No. I mean, no. You got anything else you want to speak on? You got anything else you want to tell the people?
No.
No?
No. I know something I want to tell the people.
Okay.
I'll see them next. Hopefully by the time we record, the Yankees have...
Game one.
Game 1, Game 2, Game 3, Game 4.
The Knicks start 7:30, Yankees start 7:30. Then I got the league pass on my phone. So it's about to be lit.
Got it.
Got a parlay for tonight. I got a free bet from FanDuel. We about to make them one of our sponsors.
FanDuel needs a sponsor.
Yeah, they need to send me my money from last night too. That was rigged. But now, yeah, that's about it. We're gonna go see Black Adam. next week. So we'll definitely speak about that on the next episode. You know,
It
not
comes out this week.
but we're gonna speak about it the next episode. Wait, hold on.
Comes out tomorrow.
Oh, that's lit. All right, cool. So that's about it.
Over.
Over and out.
Over and out.
Over and out. You already know where to find us.
You not New York if you don't dance when the call blast. It's time to turn up the New York culture podcast. From music to culture to fashion lane. From the sports to the food to showtime on the train. And what's that? It's the New York culture podcast. And what's that? It's the New York culture podcast. And what's